Got to pump it up, 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 up. Doom, 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 doom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to DTR Racing. We are in round 6, and we are at Monaco. So, we're in Division 2 today. I don't really know much about this division, but I know we have Kai, and let's just say he's interesting character. Why is the sound going through? I think sound's going through. Oh, there you go. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna stay on board Kai here because Kai is my favorite racer here. So I was gonna talk through the standings as I'm not quite aware of how things are going. Our last race was Imola. So we've got Stav out in front. He's on 101 points. Only picking up 1 point in. Oh, he finished first in at Imola. Got Spaffis in second, Tencast in third, Donkey Dean in fourth, Adam Ty in fifth, Mick Manaman in sixth, seventh we've got Nathaniel Perrin, eighth Stewart, ninth Nexton, and 10th we've got Hammers. Or he's got a huge potential here today to put an impressive showing. So yeah, Monaco. Yeah, so interesting track. Let's be honest, it's a very difficult track to drive on, and we've got 15 drivers out on the grid today. It's a good number of people. I'm assuming it's a short qualifying session, no sprint race, and it'll be straight to the race. 32 laps of racing. If I'm wrong, and we've got Kai out on his lap right now. One key thing when you come to Monaco is, and as you can see there, Kai kind of clips the wall there, is the wall's coming to you so fast, your reaction is going to be like top speed, and you got to be quick on the brakes. So we see Kai kind of struggling through that first sector a bit there. So we come down to the downhill section of Monaco. And I think that's his lap of a time. Looking down, I think we got some first lap time, and yep, that's a 1:11.4 time to beat. As we got James Eagle now with a 1:12. It's the fastest lap so far. We've got the Williams, but Hammers comes in with a 1:11.4, about 600ths of a second faster than Empath is, and I think that's Hammers out of the session. That's him. I think he's crashed out there. Yep, and Hammers out. So as soon as he hits the fastest lap, he doesn't have anymore. Donkey Dean and 10K get a faster lap. And that's Hammers out. Oh, that's probably the Discord. As Lunatic is coming, Kai's coming against Stewart. Having a mishap of his own. Next it comes in P3. Racing Rang starts his lap. Stay on board with the Haas driver, who is 18th in the championship. He had decent scoring out in China last time. He scored points. Looking to maybe, if he can survive, probably score some good points here. Staff coming in P4 with a 1:11.1. 10K, by the way, on 10.2, 1:10 faster than Donkey Dan. Both Williams drivers doing well. As you can see on board, like just really on board how fast and how open he's clipped that. And that's going to be a sector where we see a lot of that happening, probably throughout this race and qualifying. Go to D. McManaman as he's out on his lap, because as I'm assuming Racing Ryan is going to set the fastest of lap times with that mishap there. Just look how fast everything comes at you. It's really, you got to be really precise here, and you got to be on your A game. Otherwise, you're gonna struggle big time. As McManaman comes into the pits, he won't be setting a time yet, so we've got Stewart out left to set a lap. Coming for sector 3 now, final straight. Where can he push his car up to? Well, it's not going to be very fast, so it's just slower than an aunt. Probably with a problem out there. Hammers out, so yeah, Billy a little bit of Brexit scenes coming out here. Eighth right now in qualifying. Billy having probably a bit of a harder stuff. DNF last race in Imola. And score points in Australia became P5. But that's his only second race of it. Ooh, and he loses the back rear there. That's a bit questionable. He's got to be careful of that. Yes, it's he's going into the pit lane, but as obviously it's an invalidated lap time. But we've got 10k out on an out lap, and it's going to Racing Ryan. He's looking to improve in his time. He won't improve this time though. Stewart as well. We're gonna say on some lunatic Kai. One of the league's greatest racers. He's the real Michael Schumacher of the DTR family, without a doubt. If only his finishing in races was as good as his finishing in pro clubs, because damn, he'd be finishing all the time. Where can Kai set a lap up to now? I'm gonna find out. The only McLaren not yet to set time on board. We've got 11 minutes left to qualify, and we still got a long way to go. Why low quality? Dude, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Always does this when I go to YouTube. I could check. Let me Is this better? Oop, and that's Kai hitting the wall again twice. After hitting a purple sector 2, I don't think it's gonna be a real purple thing. If it's not fixed, please tell me. I don't know. It does this every time I stream on YouTube. Probably him in the pits. Yep, that's him in the pits. Kai, yep, set a lap time. RPM. We're gonna go to Donkey Dean because he's about to set a lap time now. Can he take P1 over 10k over his teammate? Oh no, sorry. What? That kind of confused me. It doesn't. But okay. Let's go to 10k then. Faster sector 1, coming through sector 2. Ooh, we've had a problem. There's a purple sector 2. That's Billy probably. Comes through sector 3. It's kind of crisp entry. It's a really good exit, I think, from 10k. Can he improve his time? Oh no, it seems like he's gone a bit slower there. I don't know what that was all about, to be honest. Seemed a bit interesting. Got a Mercedes coming through now with end space, pushed up to P4. So there's McLaren as he starts his out lap now. That wheel is really confusing as he lets past the McLaren of Billy. As we go over to RMPM. As he starts his out lap as well. Well, his out lap, but his lap. Just go on to Donkey Dan sets fastest lap. Sorry, I missed that. We're gonna go over to Stav. He's gonna be next to the Pro, and he spun, and he's lost his front wing. Coming out of sector 2, he was on a purple sector 2. Only has 480p. Shite. Sorry about that. Oh, I don't know why. I don't know why it's only 480p. 480p. Why are you on? Sorry, let me try something with configure video. I thought it was the FPS output. I apologize. We'll go over to the McLaren of Kai because I think he's on his out lap and he might actually set a lap now finally. No, he's not. I'm going to go to Billy because he set a lap. Is it faster? I don't know. Well, he's starting a lap now using his ERS. Why is this not working? Configure video. Configure video. I hope this is working. Does this work? Is this good? Tell me if this is good. I really don't know. You gotta tell me. I should bring this up on my YouTube actually. This. No, that's not good. That's fucking terrible actually. Okay, man. I'm sorry for this, guys. Don't know what's going wrong with it, to be honest. It seems like it's bugging out a bit there. Yeah, I know the screen's small. Yep, I know. I don't know why. It should be fixed now. This quality's a shit, man. What? Why you do this to me, man? Oh my god, this is a shit show. I'm sorry. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. Software's bugging out. Nice to see some quality lag from Billy, even though it's at fucking 480p. Why are you at 480p? Sorry, 1 second. Resolution. Ooh, I'm telling you, man, they keep on clipping that corner. They gotta be careful going through that. Probably him in the pits as well. Kai's out of the session. Missed that. That's him. He's not gonna set a time for that, is he? I'm gonna go to 10K. At least he's about to set a time. It seems like he's got a DRS flaps opening. Nah, he's not gonna set a time. He's gonna start a lap now, though. He's not on a lap time either. Seems like McManaman's on a lap time, so we stay on board with him. Fucking. Back up. Oh my god, man! I went from big to bigger. Fucking hell, man! I'm just not gonna see anything on screen for a second, and now this should fix it. Screen rise. Alright. McManaman's in the pits, and Space is on a validated lap time. Donkey Dean is on a lap, but he's invalidated it. Everyone's in the pits. RLE doesn't seem like he's on a lap time either. And Space is invalidated lap time. So, yeah, we'll stay on for RLE. It seems like maybe he's going for it. So. Okay, so I might have found a way to fix it. I apologize. This is really, really not good, but well, Billy's was still that might be something. Well, Hammers, Racing Ryan, James Eagles with both hasses are out. Lunatic Kai didn't say a lap apparently. We'll go to 10k though, as he's on his out lap. We'll have one more shot at pole position. As it stands, Donkey Dan is on pole though. Video. Fucking scale resolution. Fucking base canvases on that. Come on, FPS. Fucking output. Advanced. Some of this shit. It's on a bad encoder. After qualifying, I might just shut it down and try it again. I'm not sure. Try if this works. Tell me if you can change it, please. I'm not sure if you can, but I hope so. Anyway, 10 Cat, or whatever the hell you want to pronounce his name. He's on a lap. Getting annoyed now. I'm not gonna lie. I am getting annoyed. This is terrible. Well, Donkey Dean is on pole, and it looks like he's going to stay on pole for the Monaco Grand Prix. Everyone else is stopping. 10K finishes in second. He's going to have another roll at the dice. Our Elite Toads, we're going to move over to him. He's going for one more roll at the dice. Next in is in P4. M and Spaffis probably could finish out maybe a higher rating. We don't know. Stav is also on one more lap. Keep an eye on for that. Well, let's just see. He's on the move. He has a little bit of a bad exit coming out of that corner. Let's see where he can finish. And he stays. He goes up to P2. He joins the front row with Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan hits another fastest lap, a 109.5. A great lap by him. Stav goes into the pits, and Spaffis invalidated lap time. He won't set a time either. RPM KFC. He's got to invalidate lap time as well, so that's it. That's your grid set. Donkey Dan is on pole. RLE Toads gets a P2 by around 0.04 of a second. Faster than 10K. Donkey Dan's teammate. He splits the two Williams. And there you have it. That's Monaco. Qualifying done. Oh, wow. Not going to work again. Only does this on YouTube, man. What the fuck? There you have it. That's our grid set. Dun, 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 dun. This should fix the audio. It should fix the audio. I do apologize. The audio is low. Not the audio. Sorry. The thing is low. I don't know why. I've tried to fix it, and I am genuinely confused. I don't know. On my screen, it's I don't know. I don't know, man. This is really weird. I think it's the encoder or some shit. Well, this is gonna be a terrible thing, so we're gonna try and get some sort of view from. I don't know. This view isn't gonna be the best. Oh, what the fuck? We're gonna get some sort of view like this with the lights out. This lights out and away we go. It seems like Donkey Ding is a good start. So there's 10K. And Spaffis moves up quite a bit. We come through the grid now. D-Stav moves up in P8. He's having a fight with Stewart down in the midsection of the Monaco. Section 1. Oh, and he's crashed into the wall. I think that's McManaman. Who's got some front wing damage now. Donkey Dean stays out in front. RLE loses a place. Moves away down to P3 and Spaffis P4 next in P5. Billy's up in P6. McManaman 7. Staff down to P8 and Stewart P9 and Hammer's staying out in P10. Everyone's going to be so bunched up together throughout this race. Well, on the RPM, trying to make a move down. He's inching closer to Lunatic Kai. He's got a bit of a slow exit coming out of that corner. He's faster than Kai. Donkey Dean obviously sets fastest lap of the session. 170.5, and that's the threshold to beat. Choose your character, they said. Over to Racing Ryan. He seems to be gaining on the Alpine as well. His hammers, obviously no DRS enabled as of yet. Not around lap 3, and he's very, very close to the Alpine. He's going to have to try and make a room, but again, he touches the Alpine. He's got to be careful. Monaco's a tight track. You got to pick your points and be sure you're at the prime striking position when the answer is called to. So stands the Alpine, just keeping out of harm's way. That's the predicted pit stop strategies. We're going to have a look at the tires. Everyone on mediums, apart from Racing Ryan. That's why he's going a bit faster. I think that's Hammers going down. Hammers has had an issue there. That's his front wing off. It seems like he's major damage to his car. Just saying, Grayson Ryan, only one of the stops, abrasive. Assuming he had a quality man and he's really struggling, he's going to have to go in the pits, and that might be Hammer's race a little bit in the mud here. He's going to have to do a lot to get back from this. Abrasive, the only one on the hards. Look for the best top so far. Billy out on 2. We're going to go over now to our leader, Donkey Dean, already building that gap up to 1.3 seconds in front of his teammate 10K. And the front 3 have really kind of pulled it away here, or the front 2 really pulled away from the rest of the grid. Hammer's in the pits, abrasive event. I probably had an issue with him. He's down in last. Hammer's dropping 5 places. Billy moving up the most, moved up 2 places from that start. Pretty good start for Billy. Probably a little issue with Dean McManaman and Dav. See the Mercedes of and Spatters. Oh, he's got to be careful there, man. There's a lot of little bumps here. Racing Ryan overtakes him. Stewart seems like he's tumbling down. Maybe he's had a problem as well. He's in the pits. Front wing damage. He must have had the damage off the start, not McManaman. That's my apology. Got that wrong. Go over to Spaffs again. Again, people got to be careful. A lot of bumps have been taken here. I'm assuming. I'm really surprised there's not a lot of the safety cars out in Monaco. Considering apologies for that. There was a cut in the mic. I was keep on talking for a few minutes. As I was saying, I repeat myself. Another good trying to build out from now. Starting to gain gaps in between. We're still 15. Oh, and that's, as I said, that's abrasive 152 event. He's had an issue. We're going to see that as we pass by his car now, probably. He's out of the race, the Alfa Romeo. Yep, that's him on the left side. A little bit of a shunt there from the Alfa Romeo driver, knocked him out. No safety car. Okay, there is no safety car. Okay, gotcha. Well, McManaman, closest to Billy. That's the closest one to make a move as it stands. But everyone's really pulling away here. Could have a little decent midfield battle going on over here. A Ferrari. Ferrari's having a bit of a tough day in the offs right now. P7, P13. Williams, however, doing the absolute complete opposite. P1, P2, it's a front row lockout. Class on grass, to be fair, if you use some class on grass. I'm telling you, it's going a bit wrong for some of the drivers here. Billy, really, the thing is, the problem with Monaco is there is not a lot of overtaking spots. Realistically, there is no overtaking spots. Maybe on the starting straight is where you can get overtakes. You mainly get a lot of overtakes. So on the pit strategy, depending on how you play it, I prefer as an RPM take overtakes unit Kaida from sector 3, and that's with Hammers. Not a good thing. I'm just going to get slow for that. Realistically, the main overtaking spot is for that part, or pit strategy. If you play your pit strategy right, cut someone on an undercut. I think probably one of the ways to go here. We've got a 29 laps, already 6 laps in this race. You got a beautiful shot of the cars here. Come through. Find the corners there. And yeah, this is realistic. It's the only DRS zone. I think it's the only really clear-cut overtaking spot you can have as racing this session. The Kai's in the pits. Let's just have a little check on the tire situations. GMC gives a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Kai on new hards. Interesting. First to pit, maybe. I'm probably assuming he had some damage there. Hammers on some 3-lap old, and Racing Ryan still on those 6-lap old tires. Very interesting, very interesting. Stewart's on a penalty as well. Oh. On board is the McLaren right now. He's in his pursuit of the Alfa Romeo. Next in 21, falling one place throughout this race. And to be honest with you, I don't expect to see much overtakes here throughout the tight, narrow streets of Monaco. You never know. James Eagle comes into the pits. Is he on for a new set of tires? I'm assuming so, but has he got some front wing damage? We'll never know. No, it's just a new set of tires. Going on for some mediums. Interesting. Is he on a 2-stop strategy then? That's interesting. James Eagle. Oh no, James Eagle was on. No, James Eagle was on the side. Trip. Going with McLaren, the Ferrari. One of the great shots is that tunnel, but I tell you what, driving that probably feels, you come through this corner especially, is a reaction nightmare, man. You really get an appreciation for like these pro drivers who play. Oh, he's losing the rear a bit there, you gotta be careful. Doesn't want to have another big shunt like the Alfa Romeo have had already. Right now into the pits. I'm assuming he's coming in for a new set of hards. Fucking. Yeah. Oh, he's on a new set of mediums. Mediums. Okay. Oh no, is he on? Yeah, on a new set of mediums, which is interesting. I think interesting strat to go for. Soft medium, probably another medium. Or soft, medium, soft, depends how long he goes on those mediums and really see how far back he burns them out. 9 seconds between RPM and Stav. Over to now RLE. 2 seconds behind. 2 seconds behind 10 Kate. Not really sure who's the main attraction here, because I mean Donkey Dam just flying out front, 2.2 seconds in front of his teammate, same as his teammate, 2.1 seconds in front of him. And I mean the gap between podium, third place, and his weapons is around 5 seconds. So I mean, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Wide, isn't it? Great exit, to be honest, coming out of that corner. And to be honest with you, Monaco is always going to come down to, as RPM KFC gets a 3-second time penalty, Monaco is always going to come down to who had the best qualifying session it always has been in my eyes. If you have the better you do in qualifying, the better you're more likely you end up in that position anyway. There's not obviously never gonna be a lot of moves unless you have a big shunt, but like Donkey Dam probably, unless he has a real mishap and a real blunder, probably wins this race. 10k, probably same with him because it just isn't enough to. It's not like Monza, you know. You can't. It's not a massive amount of room to overtake anyway, but it's not a massive amount of room to drive in. It's just really one racing line, and everyone's got to follow it. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Like this area here, if you don't follow the one racing line, you're in trouble. So you can't really overtake there. Obviously, it's impossible. We've seen like big drivers in F1 have a big crash there as well. So we might see some movement down at the bottom of the grid with James Eagle. Seems right now he's flying like an eagle. Can he overtake and capture like an eagle as he prays down Stewart in the Ferrari? It's American muscle versus Italian Italian finesse. He's using that last bit of VRS to try and catch him. Doesn't seem like he can. As it stands, he's going to probably need to... Oh, and he tries to make a move down the inside and he hits the Ferrari. Stewart gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. He has no front wing. That's a big mishap from James Eagle probably. Don't know what he... To be honest with you, I don't know what he was doing there. I don't know. That probably definitely not the right option to try and make a move down that inside. Stewart is going to be livid. Probably. He's going to have to go in the pits. Yeah, he's going to need a new front wing. Stewart, however, I don't see major damage on the car. From what it seems like, his cars are okay to continue, but that 5-second time penalty is not going to come in handy for him. And his push for points. I don't know what he's looking at with D. McManaman though. Really getting behind the McLaren as we move on board with the other Ferrari. From one Ferrari to another, it's like live and let die right now. James Eagle, 2-second time delay. He comes into the pits. Okay, I wonder if he's got any damage. I don't assume so. It's just some new tires going for hards. Probably looking maybe to see out those tires. But he escapes one, but doesn't really, does he actually? Because Stav is now on his case. Lunatic Kai gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Not really much room for track limits on here. You're probably just trying to, that McLaren. Bit of weaving there. Bit of lost time there. It's caused Stav to majorly cut down that cap. Just keeps those corners tight. He can probably catch this McLaren on the next DRS zone. This is the same place as Stewart had entry. That's probably going to be a warning for Stav. Probably seemed like he cut the corner there. Arlie Totsa comes into the pits as well. You have to time this one perfectly because if he gets this strategy wrong, he might have lost podium place. The DRS now opens. He's going to have that extra boost. Not going to use DRS, trying to make some movement down the outside. Doesn't seem to get him right now, but he's moving closer. Probably got a striking distance on the next lap. With Billy, last time we did this, we had a crash. Well, that's a problem in Sector 2. That's a hassle. The hassle of racing Ryan. Is it not? No, it's not. It's James the Eagle. He's out. He's had a crash in Sector 2. I'm not sure if that's on his own or I'm not sure. He's crashed into the wall. Either way. That's another guy. Another one bites the dust. He wasn't soaring tonight. He clipped his wings and he's out of the race. Really Stav the only one here looking to make a move. But he seems like he's sliding a bit here. Probably those tires are losing a lot and probably going into the pits now. Wouldn't be surprised. Stays out for this time. He's gonna have DRS with a slower exit from Stav. Billy gets away there. It's not gonna be enough this time around. Increase the gap here a bit, Billy. Throughout this lap, throughout this pursuit. And a new challenger joins the foe. It's RLE Totes. Down in P7, was in P3. Obviously others still yet to pit. I'm assuming he's on the hard tires. Probably looking to go along on these. Probably possibly finish the race out on these. Depends how hard and how exhaust that tire. He's gotta be careful there. And he went to the back of the Mercedes. Stav. Staying down in P6, he's moved up a bit. One place precisely, RPM though, up to P6. So he's trying to go down the inside as well. And again, Stav gets a 3-second time penalty for that. Again, I'm not sure about that. Already moves up, 3-second time penalty for Billy as well. Is that Stav's fault? He's been pushed out, it seems. I don't know. Aggressive fighting from RLE, and he's going into pits now, Stav. Maybe he's got some damage I'm not too sure about. We're moving to RLE because he's got some major time on Billy. This has DRS, he's going to try to make a move on the inside. Doesn't have quite the juice as it is. He's going to have to look and block and roll, reload and recharge for the next DRS straight. But he's wickedly fast, he is, huh? The Aston Martin. It's a full-on British bake-off right now. It goes through the back of the McLaren. He's got to be careful. It could be a bit of ooh, and a great move. It seems like some late braking by the Aston Martin, but he's jousting with the McLaren. A little bit of 1-2 back and forth right there. That was a great move by the Aston Martin. Very aggressive. Probably hits him. Obviously hit the wall on the exit of that. He's gone over Billy and he's moved off to P5. 10K now comes into the pits as well. Williams driver. Can he outbeat and Spaffis? I'm not sure yet. And oh, Billy's touched the wall again. He's got to be careful. All it takes is one big shot. He's coming to the pits. So yeah, our early Totes up to P4 because next it comes to the pits as well. But he's hit the wall there on that. Like I said, a lot of bumps on these walls or fences, whatever you want to call them. I don't really care. 10K comes back out of P3. Mexon comes out in he's up in P7 right now as it stands. Out in P7. Billy in the pits, still in the pits. Probably had damage if he's still in the pits. Front wing damage, I assume. Why is he needed to? Probably why he was struggling a lot on all those turns. Looks like he's going to come around P10, P11, P10. And Donkey Dan left the pit. 16 seconds separates him and second. He comes into the pits. Now this is going to be crucial. This is going to be crucial. Can Spaffis overtake him? He's going to need a rapid fast lap. He's on old medium, so he's not going to really need to. But anyway, cause Donkey coming into the pits anyway. So we're going on to 10 Cat. How far can he cut this lead down? Donkey Dan's going to come out in front, but he's got some significant time on his rival. Donkey Dan probably the fastest driver of the two I've seen. Our elite Totes got back up to P3. Ooh! That's not going to be good for his front left. Degradation, and Spaffis comes out P5. McManaming up in the P4 as stands. It's on relatively fresh hards, doesn't need to pit again, it might seem like. And Spaffis and Donkey Dan could possibly go long on these. Kai probably going to need to pit again. Billy moves up one position up to P9. Oh, that's what. Speak of the devil, and you shall receive. Kai is out of the race. Sean on his own. And it's a safety car. Oh, Nelly. Kai's out the race. I wonder why. Sector 3 probably is. It has to be a self report right now. So yeah, just of people coming in the pits now. Already Toad's coming in the pits. Perfect opportunity. He's kind of timed this perfectly. The safety car. And often you get a safety car, and obviously Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan 10K is probably next in. Oh, suffering from this safety car, unexpected. Billy as well. You can say for all of these guys. Stewards gets drive-through penalty. Sped on the safety car. That might be a little thing to check back at. Boom, 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 just the Williams out in front. Damn, that's oh my lord, 6 seconds in front. But hey, race, recap. Donkey Dan is still out in front from his pole position in qualifying 10K. His teammate T2 right now is a 1-2 for the Williams. McManaman out in P3. Maybe the safety car came in a bit of clutch timing. Next in P4, definitely doesn't help him with the safety car. Early Toads still in the pits. Was he not in the pits from before? I'm not sure. I might have missed that. Doesn't matter. It's P5 RPM KVKFC. It's now P8. Does it seem like? Oh, they're dropping down, so it doesn't make a difference. So anyway, next in P4, Spaffis P5, Staffs P6, Billy P7, Toads P8, KVKFC P9, and Racing Ryan started out on the softs, out in P10, Hammers and Stewart, the two left that are not in the points, P11, P12 respectively. Kai, James Egan, an abrasive 152 event out of the race. It was a bit of an abrasive shunt, to be if I've heard you, if I ask myself. I'm going to hell for that joke, and I don't care, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you what, Monaco's a lovely place, isn't it? In other news, United are going to Wembley. It's going to be Newcastle United final. Pretty cool. By the way, we're back tomorrow, DTR. We're back live. I'm not commentating. I'll be racing tomorrow. Div 5. We're back at Monaco. It's going to be entertaining, as D5 is always. So generally you're gonna want to watch tomorrow. It's gonna be so fun. I don't know how fun it's gonna be for the racers, but it's gonna be fun to watch. Surely it is. Div 5 always never disappoints. Always one of the most entertaining races on the calendar. And also, if you haven't done already, you can check out the Pro Clubs team. DTR now has play every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 2 games on a Monday, 3 games on a Tuesday, 4 games on a Thursday. We're in a VPG league. And yeah, we Div 4 on that, and come support the DTR guys as we try and get promoted this season. We never know. We've got to take it one game at a time. We've got 64 games in an 8-week period, so you got a lot of action coming. So generally, stick around and watch that. Some buzzing stuff, to be honest with you, coming out DTR right now. So yeah, I was about to say, safety car in this lap. And racing resumes. So Donkey Dan gonna want to have a good pull away here. Get those tires nice and warm. Those hards, fresh hards, might I ask. Spaffis might be on a little bit of a surge on Nexton. And we're gonna come around this corner. DRS won't be open, so they're not gonna have the help of that. But could they be looking to make a move? He's weaving left and right, ready to rock and roll as it stands. I think we're racing on the way pretty soon. No overtaking before the line, of course. But we're off. Racing resumed. Spaffis on those mediums looking to make a move. Stav is fighting with RLE Toads. It's weird to weird stuff. RLE Toads is fighting with Billy now. Seems like he's dropped 2 places there. Down to P8. Spaffis faster on the faster wheels, obviously. Sets tires. Can't even say that. Company with some wheels. Looking to capitalize on the Alfa Romeo. As it seems like that the fast chicane, no, the chicane is an overtaking spot that's coming up now. Part through the speed trap pretty soon. Donkey Dan still out, leading out front. Nearly got a second, but Tank Rake coming in. McManaman is going on the outside. He takes the move done. Spaffis moves up to P4 over the Alfa Romeo. Oh, we have a problem in Sector 2, Sector 3, and that is already Totes. I think he's had a massive crash here. Front wing off, and is absolute horror scenes for the Aston Martin. Out in P3, hit the wall again. There's no front wing. He's going to have terrible, terrible grip. Probably. It's a horror show for the Aston Martin. Just can't get that car controlled. Whoa. It's going to be a tough one to take that for him. Started so high up. Had probably a good strategy. Safety car came out at the right time. Won in the pits. Ended up being his downfall. On the softs. We won't blame him. We got around 16 laps of racing. A long way left to go. Softs probably not the right options there. If I have to be totally honest with you, I don't know how far they're going to last him, but he's going to have to make them work. He can't pit again if he's going to want to have a chance at points. That means, oh, that's a 5-second penalty as well. It goes from even worse to worse for our elite Totes, 75. Well, that means Hammers, in a pretty hard, a dreadful start in qualifying and in the race, is in the points. Stewart right behind him, 15 seconds behind him. Obviously, he has got that 5-second penalty, which probably would be reversed due to a steward's investigation. I won't be surprised. Sector 2. We got another problem with the Aston Martin. He's just, seems like he hasn't recovered. His tires are overheated. I think we got DRS enabled, and I don't think he's struggling. He really is struggling. Struggling for grip. Look at how that car is just spinning. He's got to be careful here. Oh, and he spun, and that's shoo. That's like scary. Oh, he's probably out. He's got to be out. That's him out, surely. He's got to be livid, man. Yeah, oh, this is a bit interesting. I'm not going to lie from you here. It's a bit dangerous with cars coming up from behind him. I don't know if he's lost his head or something. Not too sure. Spaffis obviously gets it. Oh, Spaffis got a 3-second time penalty. That's his front wing gone again. Oh, and he spun again. He's gonna get out the way before he blocks off that road for the Williams. Oh, he's just about made it to the pits. Would not be surprised if we see a retirement here. It's going before the pits, but that's generally Donkey Dan, our fastest set of tires, fastest lap of the session on the hard tires. That point six behind the Williams. The Mercedes is looking to have a decent showing today. Obviously, no one's out beating the Williams, as I'm gonna just overlook now quickly the constructors' standings. We can have a look at that, and we can have a look at that. So, constructors right now: Mercedes out in front, Williams in P2, Sector 1. That's gotta be that's a DNF. For the Aston Martin. He's out of the race. I don't know if he was doing that on purpose near the end. Obviously, he's lost his head, probably. He must have been fuming. Don't blame the guy, but he's out. And that's another one bites the dust. Just to recap again, Mercedes out in front, 192 points, nearly 100 points ahead of the Williams. Williams having a really bad week out in Australia's what's really cost them, put them behind. So is maybe China compared to Mercedes, but it looks like to be a really good showing for the Williams drivers right now. Williams 1-2, and it could be push the constructors battle back on. Crucial for the constructors this is, and they've got to keep it going. The Mercedes are going to have something to say about that. They're on P6 probably, obviously as well. They've got the leading 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship right now. Staff and Spaffis right now not having the best of races, might I add. Nice RPM, by the way, in the pits. Could have shot those yachts, man. I wish I was on one of those yachts right now, man. Well, not right now. I mean, it's winter, but like, you know what I mean. And yes, Spaffis, with that penalty though, looking for that podium place. He's using ERS, he's using DRS. Doesn't quite have enough as of yet. But McManaman holding out. He's holding out to that P3 spot. Good on him. Sixth in the championship as it stands right now. Third in the constructors. Probably the higher they can finish. Oh, exceeding track limits. 10-second time penalty for RPM. And that's him out of the race. I don't know if he's DNF'd. It seems like he's DNF'd. He's crashed down in sector 2, beginning of sector 3, I think. And that's another driver out. So basically, anywhere you finish in the points today. Come through the tunnel now. Probably get a look at the car in front of us. I don't know if they've removed it. I should probably move it up. Check that out. Doesn't matter. Because both Mercedes get to make a move on their respective battles. Racing Ryan still back out in P8. Good recovery from the lad. Top 3 positions actually. McManaman, however, Stewart another 3-second time penalty. I mean, he's in the points, but I don't know. There's not much ready to put back on for the viewers, isn't it? Kind of, we've got 10 laps remaining. There's another 3-second time penalty. This time goes to the Haas of Racing, right? 2005. I'm rooting for him. Same age, right as well. And he sounds Scottish. Is he Scottish by any chance? I don't know. I tell you though, he's turning N Spaffis right now on a deep fried Mars bar. I'm really showing them how the Italian can just finesse all over that German raw power. really lost a lot of time there. 1.4 seconds, I think he's had a little bit of an issue. I got something to report on that. As Racing Ryan as well, as we're going to go on board with him. And Hammers himself having a slow exit, and he's being overtaken now, Racing Ryan, by Hammers. Moves up the P8, a little bit of a slow start, and that's a Ferrari. We're going to go down as Stewart. That's Stewart out of the race. Out in Sector 2. Oh, that's a Ferrari out. Not good for that chance in the constructors. Not good for Stewart himself. He could be livid. Probably down to that. He probably was a bit fuming from that 5-second start. But I tell you what. This is what it is. But you know what? Racing Ryan. Trying to get that move done as well. He's really rearing to go the Haas. As now it's become a three-way battle for 7th. Billy seems to be the center of attention right now. The McLaren driver. DRS enabled for Billy. Hammers overtook Billy. Billy now trying to fight probably to get back that position back, but also defend from the onslaught of Racing Ryan. Apologies for that, I did miss that. Racing Billy really losing some time here. Racing Ryan really edging that car forward. Just teasing that ass forward. He's got to be careful there not to push him out of the way. The dangerous corner this is down the hill. Tell you what. He's going to have a prime opportunity. He's using his ERS when he can. He's going to be careful not to overuse that because probably on the fight back could leave him vulnerable. Shift's probably a bit too fast there coming down there. And he probably has a little bit of a loose rear there coming out of that corner and gives Billy a bit more of a gap. But I tell you what, Racing Ryan right now is really racing for his eye. Billy gets a 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him in his chance to hold down that P8 position and probably fight back for that P7. Ooh! And he's touched the McLaren Racing Ryan and he drops back far behind. Stays down at P9, but it decreases that gap, keeps him out of that DRS zone. Also important straight that was coming up for him. Probably would have got him on that line, but probably Racing Ryan right now seems like the faster car out of the two. Probably could catch him in a matter of a couple of laps. We've not got that much left, to be honest with you. We've got 6 laps remaining. And he's got to be careful. He's got some damages. He's really hitting the wall here. Probably got some front wing damage. Not too sure. Seems like the car's alright. Seems like the car's alright. It survived. Carbon fiber no longer on the floor. I give a Stav. Stav has been edging that Alfa Romeo for as long as I can remember. Since Jesus was born himself, might I ask. When Mary gave birth to Jesus in Bethlehem, that Mercedes was edging that Alfa Romeo, and it's still to this day. Can he get that move done? We're going to have to find out, to be honest with you. We've only got a couple of laps remaining, about 5 laps remaining here in Monaco. This is the real money move here. Stav probably going to want this to keep the Mercedes further out in front, as it seems like an absolute Williams domination today. Not something you often hear in the modern day, but it is what it is. Tell you what, the Racing Ryan has caught up phenomenally. Down in less than half a second. 4/10 of a second behind. It's Billy from that 1.3 second gap. Oof. Racing Ryan really is racing right now. The words of Michael Massey himself, that's car racing. Oof. Dirty, dirty indeed. Tell you what though, it seems like Spaffis have done some sort of a mishap, and he's fighting with Spaffis has dropped down. Oh, he's gone in the pits already. I don't. Ooh, that's an interesting thing. That probably cost him his positions. But Stav up to P5, but he's obviously needed a new front wing. I don't know what happened in that fight, or if he's on his own or something. But he's gonna drop down far down. Probably leaves him a bit vulnerable to maybe an attack on hammers. Probably not quite, but it's down to P6 and puts Nexton up in the P4. And McManaman, I might say, has really benefited from that safety car. Out in P3, stays P3, and Spaffis puts it down to P9. Hammers moves up to P6. Spaffis at the back of the grid. That's something Hammers thought, to be honest with you, P6, well, I don't think he thought that was in the cards. But to be honest with you, he's done phenomenally well to keep that car just on a straight line, out of harm's way. Yes, obviously he had the beginning problem, especially in qualifying, but it's a good recovery, P6. Strong race. We're down to our poster and led basically every lap apart from when he pitted and took it right back. Donkey Dan. Tell you what, he's not driving like a donkey. He's driving like a goat right now, man. Because right now he is the boss of the Monaco, man. He might as well give him a yacht for himself. He's really bossing everyone right now, man. It's phenomenal driving from him. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Kept his car out of any trouble whatsoever. Watch me curse it. I really don't want that to happen, please, because I just won't speak anymore. Every time I've done a race, I've cursed someone. I don't want to curse them, so let's just keep that out the way, because you know what? This is a massive win for Williams to get that 1-2 and put the constructors fight back on the grid. And with the thing with Spaffis, as we see now, trying to overtake that. He's trying to take the inside line. He's got to be careful. It's a narrow edge, narrow street. This is narrow exit. Gonna have to wait a bit probably. But Spaff is probably trying to recover. Probably trying to recover that P7. Be a good recovery, to be honest with you, considering. Oh man. If Ricciardo can defend with an effed up power unit, I wonder how bad. If he's got no front wing, then probably yeah, fair enough. He's using the ERS. He's using that slipstream. Gonna go down the inside. He's gonna be careful not to crash out here. Oh, and he's hit the McLaren. Racing Ryan has gone off. He's probably going to get he's saved himself from a problem, but he's left himself exposed to for end Spaffis, but he's hit that McLaren, gone right through the side of him. He's recovered at the McLaren, stayed down on P7. But I tell you what, that Mercedes is probably a bit quicker than him right now. But absolutely put Racing Ryan in a horrible position. I won't be surprised if that goes to the stewards back for a report. 3 laps remaining. Oh, and he's got off. He's collided with the McLaren. He's gone off with the Racing Ryan back in P8. But Ernst Spaffis race over. No way he's recovering this in this much time. Down in the P9. Again, a horrible day for him. Him and Aurelie Toza. Absolute horrible day, I think, for them two. Racing Ryan back in the mix of things, trying to go. Oh, he's going to be careful, man. Everyone just likes going to the backside of that McLaren. I'm telling you, there's some attracting that fuel they got there, man. It's got some real attractiveness to it. It must have. It's the fumes, man. It's the fumes. Fumes the engineer, man. Racing Ryan 3/10 behind. Can he recover P7? We've got 2 laps remaining. It does seem it's going to be a whitewash for the Williams. But a Ferrari on that podium as well. Looking kind of tasty. But right now, this is where it's at. This is the main battle going on. I would shift to Stav, but Stav, as I said, is edging him on like a cow about to breed some milk. It just cut. Ooh, I think he's had a little bit of a shunt there next to the scene. He's recovered, not too bad. Ooh, speak of the devil and you shall receive. Stav has gone down to 3/10. Probably a bit of a failure from Nexton there, and he looks like he wants to capitalize. Can the Mercedes capitalize? Maybe it's got to do with the setup, maybe it's got the setup all wrong, I'm not sure. Because he's always between that 3/10 and 5/10. Always in the DRS range, but just never enough to actually make the move. He's going to have to use all the gas. We're in the final lap of this session. And right now, yes, Donkey Dan is about to win, but this right now, the battle is right here for fourth place between Stav and Nexton. They're going all out right now, Stav. He's really gaining on him. This could be his opportunity to get that move done on the Alfa Romeo. Hammer's right now probably going into the pits. Probably, I don't know. No, he's got one more lap in him. I mean, he's out at P6. Racing Ryan isn't going to pick him. Which, by the way, Racing Ryan did cut off Billy. And Spaffis could be on the move, but Billy's riding right back. It's a great battle going on down there. We're going to move down to this. Because Billy, looking for that last lap recovery, trying to get back Racing Ryan. Racing Ryan obviously had a phenomenal race today, to be honest with you. Because in circumstances, it doesn't matter. Because we're going to move on to Donkey Dan. He's coming through the final corner. It's Monaco right now. He started out on pole position. A phenomenal race, clean as a whistle. Donkey Dan wins the Monaco Grand Prix. His teammate coming from behind him, second place is on Williams 1-2. Mick Manaman as well comes through the final straight, rounds up the podium positions, is a Ferrari in third place. Nexton fighting out with Stav, it's going down to the line. Nexton holds out in P4. Hammer is probably going to get that P6 position a bit of a way back, but it's only for him to lose. Good recovery from the Alpine driver out in P6. Racing Ryan, a little bit of a problem here I think we've had with Billy. He's 2.5 seconds behind, and he's always quite have some damage here because the Mercedes of end passes is really gaining up on him. It's coming out, it's going to come to the final corner. It's got the inside line on the McLaren. Can he take this move done? He's faster, he's going to have DRS. This is going to go right to the wire. A little bit of a slower exit. Billy looks like he's going to keep out that P8 position. And that's Monaco wrapped up and sealed for this season in Div 2. Racing Ryan gets driver of the day. Probably, no, he just moved up the most position, didn't he? I tell you what though, I know Donkey Dan probably is up there, but I tell you what, I'd probably give that to Mick Manaman. Mick Manaman played the strategy well. Yes, a bit lucky, but yeah, well, P3. But Donkey Dan, dominant, absolutely wiped the floor with everyone. I'm expecting to see quite a bit of stewards reports. But hey, look at him. He's styling on him. He's styling on him. At P1, boom, shakalaka. But there you have it. That's D2 done. We'll go for the ceremonies now. D2 done for today. We'll give you the roundup as soon as the board comes up right now. And that's it. There we go. That's all for today, folks. This ain't the Looney Tunes, but it was a loony race. There's your grid set. A little bit of drama, a little bit of touching, a little bit of crashing. Something you always see in Monaco, and it's been fantastic. I've been Kieran. It's your friendly neighborhood reserve commentator. I've had some fun. I hope you guys do as well. Sorry about the quality. Audio probably was fixed near the end. Sorry about the quality. The quality seems a bit bad. I don't know why. If I stream again, I probably will, but oopsie, reserve. I'll try and fix it because I don't know what's going on with YouTube, and it's really annoying me as well, as much as it probably annoys you. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Div 5 back in Monaco, and tomorrow as well in the Pro Clubs League VPG.